that lately. I don't know why, but I've been starting my practice quite a bit on my stomach. So just find a nice, comfortable, relaxed location on your stomach. And then we call it crocodile, but to a normal human being, you're gonna put one hand on top of the other, make like a little pillow. And now if you have your right hand on the top, you should turn your right cheek and put your right cheek on top of that hand. And then just let your legs for now go out long and just close your eyes and relax into your space. Now, if you'd rather start some other way, feel free to start there. And then once you relax into that space, just kind of notice, right? Recognize what you're bringing to your mat and breathe into it. And again, not judging. This is such a crazy ride. We have our ups and we have our downs. But I think what's important is to recognize that we're all in control still, right? Even though you might not feel it at times, like we can't go out to eat with our friends, but we're still in control. And I pull a quote out every morning, and I love this one. The quote comes from Bob, I have no clue, Moawad, great last name. Bob Moawad says, "The best day of your life is the one on which you decide your life is your own. No apologies or excuses. No one to lean on, rely on, or blame. The gift is yours. It is an amazing journey, and you alone are responsible for the quality of it. This is the day your life really begins." So maybe something in there speaks to you. To me, it speaks to the fact that there's a lot of things we're not in control of right now, but we are very much still in control of how we go about our daily lives, right? So choosing to find as much positive space in here as we can. I'm going to welcome you to go on and take a bend in your knees. So your feet will be towards the ceiling or outside if you're lucky outside. And just let them windshield wiper side to side. So we're starting to loosen up through that back space here. And then we're going to use a little hamstring here to hold them upright. Gently lift your head, turn it the other direction, and then switch your hands, as funny as that sounds. So whichever one was on top, put it on the bottom, and just move your head in the other direction. And then again, using a little bit of hamstring. Normally I say let your legs just kind of land where they land. I want you to keep them bent, and then let them go over to the right. And just, they're going to be upright, a little bit of love. Your left hip will probably peel up off that mat a little bit. You might even feel your hamstrings if they're fatigued, like you're aware of the muscles you need to use to hold those feet up there. So just a really gentle opening through the hip and through the low back. Take a big inhale in. And then as you exhale, bring those feet upright. Take a couple ankle rolls, get out those creaks. And then an inhale in, and this time we go over to the left. Again, use a little bit of muscle to hold the feet upright. So we're not squeezing them, trying to get them to touch our butt, but just keeping them upright, those quads nice and engaged. Just notice, right, anything in the low back, give it permission to soften. And then slowly come back. Again, a couple little ankle movements, anything that feels good there. And then let those legs come out long. We're going to take them out wide today. So take them out like the width of your yoga mat. And then gently lift yourself up into a really, again, gentle Sphinx. Like we've done nothing, just a little bit of love right away to open up the heart space. Now, slightly pull yourself through. Not your biggest Sphinx that you're known for, right? Just kind of pull through, take a breath, look way up. And then on the exhale, tuck the chin as far down as you can get. And then inhale, head up to neutral. As you exhale, take left ear to left shoulder. Like get the ear over there and then play with maybe rotating your chin towards your shoulder. And then inhale, come to neutral, right ear, right shoulder. Now this might feel good when you keep that nice neutral chin, or again, maybe you tuck the chin down like you're trying to touch your collarbone. Big inhales and exhales. And then inhale, come back to neutral. Take a breath in. And then slowly lower back down onto the belly. You're going to look over the right shoulder and go on and come into a half frog. So I've got some frog planned today. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you saw something we're going to do later in class. I promise we'll open the hips up first. Just come into this half frog and notice right away kind of what you're feeling around that area. And then make your way back up onto those elbows. Now pull forward a little tiny bit. A little compression in the back. Might feel a little love in your left hip flexor to the front of that left leg. Couple breaths here. Now we're going to utilize this extension to come into a twist as we start to move through those ranges of motion in the spine. Slightly push into this right palm, lift your elbow. Just notice how that changes a tiny bit. And then take the left hand, thread it underneath, drop down onto the left shoulder, drop the left side of your cheek down, that would be your cheek. And roll over, let that right arm come behind you. Now, normally when we're in the studio, we're so close, you're kind of flapping someone behind you. So take advantage of all the space of being at home, and take advantage of no one being near you, right? And make everything feel good and make it look funny. The funnier it looks, the better it feels, I like to say. So you can let that right arm like move around in that weightless bliss. Just starting to open up through the chest and the heart. Let that pec relax, negating all that time we're on these computers right now. Big inhale in. And then slowly come back out of that. You'll make your way back onto your belly. And go on and take that right leg behind. And just notice the tiny bit of work that you've already done there. And just kind of like settle into your new space. Going right into the other side, look over the left shoulder, draw that left knee up. Coming into that half frog. Now don't forget, got a little pull through here. So pull the chest through. See if you can find that right hip flexor. You're not tight there. It's not going to be that intense. You've been doing some work there. A little more intense. So big inhale, lift it. And then start to push into the left elbow. Thread the right arm under. Roll way over onto the right side. And let this left arm do its thing. And then take a moment, right? You notice in this twist how far your shoulder is from the ground. If you're one of the lucky ones that can twist way over and still have that left knee on the ground, and then left shoulder is on the ground too. A, I'm super envious. I'm wicked tight. But B, that's impressive. Right? For the rest of us, we're tight. Just let it soften. Just notice. And then slowly, as you inhale, come back onto the belly. And take a little moment. Come back down. This time, bring your chin to the mat. And you want to bring your legs right next to each other. So try and get your knees side by side there. And then I want you to reach around. If you can't leave your chin on the ground, you can pop yourself up again and come into this. It might actually feel better for some of you. It's just a good old-fashioned quad stretch, right? If you can, reach for the top of the foot. You're going to turn, this is like hard to do. You're going to take your hand towards your ankle. So the whole hand is on the top of the foot. Draw the right shoulder back and then peel that heel in as that quad maybe even lifts up. Couple breaths in. So imagine you would normally be doing this standing, but when we stand so frequently, we allow that knee to track out or up or back. So right now we're on the floor, no choice but to be doing it properly. Couple breaths here. Just let those quads and all those little ligaments underneath the patella say good morning. Now we're going to do a really funky internal stretch. You're going to move your hands to the inside of your foot. Your thumb's going to be on the arch of the foot. This is like you were going to do dancer if you were standing. And your fingers are kind of wrapped around the inside of your ankle. I'm going to keep myself nice and flat, but some people do like to lift up here. I want you to think about your left hip. Pin it to the mat, and then rotate. Use a little arm muscle, that foot to the right. So this is a really funky stretch. Utilizing some really weird muscles here to open up. Again, don't twist so far. Like we're really not trying to touch the floor at all. Some people you'll be able to. Keep that left hip pinned to the ground. You might even turn your glute on to keep it there. I like to remind that I have a hand on the left hip. Breath in. And then let that right leg go. And in my really fancy Lindsay language, just kind of blah, blah, blah it out. Like turn your knee on, turn the quad on, and just get that out of there. And just kind of like notice that was some crazy stuff. So starting out a little differently today. And then we're going to take it right into the left side. So again, you want to be upright to check your quad, pull your quad in, go for it, down the elbows. I'm going to come on down. Make sure your knees are side by side. And again, we try, that's a big try, depending on how tight you are, and how long your arms are, is to get that hand on top of the foot so that your elbow is up towards the ceiling. And then draw that heel in. Might even, if you want to go a little more active, push your pelvis into the ground as you do it. You'll feel the difference if you just want to play around with active versus passive range of motion here. And then slowly start to move that hand on the inside of the foot. Again, thumb to the arch of the foot. You'll take your fingers and grab that ankle on the inside of the foot. Pin that right hip down. Rotate that foot to the left. Use a little arm muscle to see what's there. My right hip is popping up, and we'll push it down a little bit, using a little bit of glute strength. One more breath here. And then slowly release. Let that leg come out and give it a little blah, blah, blah moment. Take your hands underneath your shoulders. Lift yourself up and come on back into child's pose. Taking the knees wide, toes together, arms stretch out in front. Take a big inhale here. And then as you exhale, thread the left arm underneath. Maybe left side of the face comes down and you're peeking underneath that right armpit. And then walk that right arm to the left. So thread the needle in this child's pose. Big inhale in. As you exhale, squeeze the belly in and up. Push the hips back the tiniest bit. Again, big inhale in. Exhale, see what you can eke out. This feels really good. I think I could stay here for the hour. And then bring the hand out. Bring the left hand out. Big stretch forward. Sink into a nice, easy child's. And then take a breath, and on the exhale, right arm threads under, right side. The face is under. Walk those left fingers to the right. And then slowly unthread, stretch the hands way out, take a big inhale here. And then as you exhale, round yourself up, come into that tabletop. Turning those fingertips backwards today. We're gonna do a little wrist work here quickly, because I know we've all been on our computers and our phones. And if you haven't, gosh, I'm a little envious. I hate technology. but I'm having to learn to embrace it, right? Because I don't have a choice. So we turn our fingers towards our knees and take some cats and cows. And you guys can't see it, but we have a bird joining us right now. If I was to turn the computer the tiniest bit, there's a bird obsessed with my window. I think he's guarding his nest. And he's sitting there chirping as he stares in the window at us. Now, slowly, I want you to flip the palms upside down, bring your fingers inside towards one another. Y'all know I hate these if you practice with me. Shift forward, push down, like really push into the ground. Right here, you might be like, oh my Lord, this is awful. That's okay, breathe if you are. You want to take it to the whole next level, make a little gorilla fist. Pull your fingers in, and then extend. Pull your fingers in, and then again, with the fist, try and lengthen. Shift shoulders forward a tiny bit if you can, and then slowly stretch the hands out. Now we're gonna go in the exact opposite direction. Palms are still up, but face your fingers left and right. I gotta really walk myself forward to get into this. And you'll notice if you were to look at my hands, my right hand, I have a little bit of a wrist impingement. I can't get my hand flat on this side, but it's a huge stretch on my right, which needs it way more than on my left. So think, push down, stay here, smile. In the words of Alex, my Peloton instructor boyfriend, he just says, fix your face, right? So fix your face, make it active. Oh my Lord, make a fist. Maybe make another fist. And then slowly release it. Bring those hands forward. Tuck your toes under. We're just going to get all these lovely digits out of the way. Have a seat on your heels and flip some water at the screen, right? So if your wrists are weak, doing this little teeny tiny exercise for a minute to build up to 3 minutes, as whacked as that sounds, is an amazing wrist strengthener. Now, take your hands straight towards forward. You're going to tuck your thumb into the palm, wrap your fingers around your thumb, and then come forward, and you're gonna, I'll show you from the side a little bit. Push down and lift up, right out of that thumb wrist joint. If you have pain here, totally normal to stretch this, and maybe it's nothing you've done, but this is called the De-Quervaer's test. The De-Quervaer's syndrome is tightness here. This is called Finkelstein's test, and then you'll come up. And then we take that Finkelstein's test again to see how tight you are in that thumb-wrist connection and those ligaments that come down to our forearms and hold our thumb there. One more breath. And then let that go. And again, just do whatever feels good. Don't think about your feet. They're there. We've got 30 seconds of a heated breath. Normally, I always take you guys right into a relaxing breath. But today we're going to do the opposite. We're going to heat it up with some breath of fire. And you're going to build some fire in your feet while we're here. I'm going to take my watch off to make sure we got it. Breath of fire is a little short burst in and out of your nostril. It's a breath that's designed to like energize you and get you going. And I feel like right now, a lot of people need that a little bit more than we need the whole relaxed thing sometimes because we're at home. So we'll take a big inhale in. Take one hand to your low belly, like where your bikini bottom might be, one hand to your chest. On the exhale, you really tighten that space in, and this breath is coming in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out of the top of the chest. Don't think about your feet, they're fine. Here we go. It's a little short burst, it sounds like this. Snot starts flying out of your nostrils, you are doing it properly. Here we go, big breath in. Exhale it all out. Hold that low belly in and go. Big inhale. Exhale, let the breath go, let your feet go. And just notice, right, that heart rate might be racing a little bit. And maybe you need to wipe your nose off a little bit like me. That's a really great breath just to get you going. I use that quite a bit with my athletes pre-game, pre-sport. And then slowly let those feet flatten. Take yourself right back onto the heels, and then bring your fingertips backwards. Draw your shoulders back. Plant your palms down. I've got my palms forward. You might want to go left and right, whatever feels best. We've done plenty of work in our wrists right now. Draw back, take a breath, and then try and peel your knees up. Just working through the feet and those shins. We'll get cooking here sooner than later. If you can't get your knees up off the ground, no worries. Takes lots of practice. If you want to lay back all the way, go ahead. Just want to stay right here, get into those ankles, a little bit of mobility work right in the tops of the feet as we stretch those muscles that go down our shins into the tops of our feet. We keep those ankles nice and mobile. And then slowly, if you're on your back, engage your belly, lift yourself up. And again, if you can't do that, it takes a lot of work to be able to get into that. Come back into your tabletop, and you're going to move into some cats and cows before we get this party really cooking here. So take a little moment, just kind of check out range of motion. We've moved through the concave and convex. We've moved through some twists. One thing we haven't done is the side body, so we're about to tackle that sucker. Taking those hands a step forward. Let's warm up the whole body. Feel free to leave your knees down. Stretch the legs out. Come into a plank. Now, it's up to you where you take this. You could be right here. I just want you to warm up the entire body. We're holding this plank for a minute. If you want to take it a little bit spicier, I want you to back your feet up a pace. We're going to hold an elongated plank for about 30. We're already in it. And then we're going to elongate it even more. Just makes it a little bit harder. So we're here, we're breathing. You're at home. I can tell you, no one can see you on your little square. And even if they could, no one cares, right? This is about your own practice and what you need. But I want your muscles to be warm so that we can maximize these deep stretches. Again, this is deep stretch for the athlete. We got to get a little active before we can get a little passive. Take a breath in. Back up the truck, another little pace or two if you're in that elongated plank. And if you're on your knees, you can back the knees up. Get a little bit more elongated so your shoulders are behind, like lower than your wrists. Hold. It's just a lot spicier. It's like adding Frank's hot sauce. Couple breaths. You got it. You guys did awesome. If you're elongated, walk it up. And then lift your hips. Come into that down dog. Now just visit your down dog. If your back feels super tight today, bend your knees, stick your butt way up towards the ceiling, and shift that chest back towards your thighs. But draw the belly in. Keep that core engaged. Super important. Take an inhale here. And exhale, open your mouth. Let go of some trash. Now engage your belly. Walk yourself backwards to your feet. A little bit of core work. Keep those knees nice and bent. Let those ribs connect to your thighs and just blob out here everywhere other than your belly. Keep your belly engaged and then squeeze your butt. Now we want to engage our butt because we want those muscles to keep everything safe. We don't want to overstretch our hamstrings or our piriformis. Our knees are bent. You might be aware of your hamstrings, but hopefully you're not really, really stretching them. Now bring your fingertips to your shins. We're going to find them a little bit more. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Come to a halfway lift. Squeeze your butt like you mean it. Take a breath. Reach the head forward. Shift the body forward. Draw the belly in and up. Now think just the right leg. Take a breath in. Push your shin back. Squeeze your glute. Just slightly straighten that right leg. Big inhale in. And then as you exhale, bend back into that right knee. Take a breath, lengthen spine, squeeze the butt, belly's engaged, straighten the left leg. And the way we do it is we pull the head forward, but we push into the shin, just slightly straighten that left leg. Another breath here. And then exhale, bend the knees, keeping that halfway lift. Plant the left hand on a block or something, the floor if you can reach it, and you're going to be about 12 inches in front of your toes, right under your face. Keep the bend in the left knee, straighten the right leg all the way, roll the right shoulder. Could be a shitty shoulder too. Roll that shoulder open and reach that right hand up. That was kind of my me visiting this. I got a tight IT band today. Draw the belly in and up. One more breath here. And then bend the right knee. Both knees are bent. Squeeze your glutes, halfway lift. Visit, shift your weight forward. Again, keep the belly engaged, keep your butt engaged. Right knee's bent, right hand finds the ground, right block, laundry detergent, wine bottle, I don't care what you need to put it on, put it there. And then straighten the left leg, reach that left hand up. Nothing says you need to look up. If your neck's tight, look down. Sometimes I just change where I'm looking just to keep my neck nice and healthy, right? Couple breaths. And then release, bend both knees, fingertips to shins, engage your butt, halfway lift. Shift way forward, squeeze your butt like you mean it. Now track into the whole leg, turn on your quads. I think active. Heat it up, heat it up. Take an inhale, lengthen spine, draw the belly in, squeeze the butt, and come up to stand. And feel all that work that you did. Should be acutely aware of your butt smile area. Now, inhale, take the hands up overhead. You've got space in those legs right now. They're about hips distance. Squeeze them towards one another, but don't bring your feet together. Reach up, make it active, push into both feet, and then over to the right. Take an inhale, stay here, and maybe a teeny bit more. And then inhale up, keep those legs engaged, over to the left. And then inhale up. As you exhale, release and let that go. And then you're going to bring your hands up into goal pose. Now I'm going to show you from the side. Typically when we do this, what happens is our hands are kind of forward. I want you to draw them straight over the elbows. Legs are just relaxed right now. So if you have a lot of back pain right now, we're going to utilize and strengthen the crap out of those muscles between our shoulders. It's kind of a love-hate thing here. So you got your elbows here, hands up, take a breath, turn them on, like make them active, and then draw back for 1, hold, draw back for 2, hold, draw back for 3. It's like you're squeezing something between your shoulders. Now take your head, take a breath in, pull back like you want to make a double chin. Hold your elbows here, lift them a little bit more. You'll feel your deltoids, that meaty area on your shoulder. Now bring your hands forward and then rotate them down as much as you can. Keep squeezing that pencil between your shoulder blades. This is not easy. Take a breath, hold, squeeze, 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 draw the belly in. And now drop the chin to your chest. Hold, squeeze those shoulders back and up. Lower the head down. One more inhale. Lift the head to neutral, rotate the hands up, take a breath. This gets even suckier, and then I promise we're done. Bring your hands together. You're gonna flip your palms towards your face. Your forearms are together. Now squeeze it like you mean it. From the elbows up, lift up. Track into those muscles around your shoulder blades. Now push those elbows together and spread your palms. Your hands are coming towards your face and you're going, oh my Lord, I'm aware of my shoulders. Lift up, strengthen those muscles that we're weakening daily right now. One more, lift up, woo, squeeze apart. One more breath. And then exhale, let that go. Do what you need to do. Just flap your wings around. I think that feels good. And then a quick little stretch into that space. Take your right hand straight out, palms forward, and then kind of swoop it down and around. Left hand, bring it under. If you can, we want to get above the elbow, palm is up. Now what happens is this right shoulder's going to come up, pull it down, pull in, but push out. So again, active. I like this active, passive, don't really get too much out of it. So when I'm active, that means I'm pulling my right shoulder down. I'm trying to get this right arm towards the computer screen, but I'm pulling back with my left arm. There's a little bit of a battle going on there. Now I can feel that shoulder blade. Take another breath here. One more inhale. And then exhale, a little bit more love. And then release that side. Right hand comes straight up, palm up. We'll be done with the shoulders after all of this. Come up, reach the left hand around, grab that elbow, bring it up and over. And then again, squeeze the legs, arch to the left, push your head back. Big space through the right side body. You might even feel it in your hip flexor. One more inhale. And then come up, hands out. Left hand, you're going to swoop it down and around. Right arm under, grab above that elbow. What happens? Left shoulder pops up, pull it down, and then make it active. Reach the left hand forward. And like my fingers are so engaged, they're like little firecrackers. Pull back. I got electricity coming out of my fingers, my arms are so engaged. So pull the left shoulder down, take about 3 breaths. On the inhale, you really pull away. On the exhale, you really pull back in. One more breath. So again, active stretching. Big inhale. Ooh, pull it in on the exhale. And then take that left hand straight up. Bring that palm between your shoulder blades. Right hand up, grab the elbow. The part that really stings here is that our chins like want to touch our chest. And I'm right there with you. I have tight shoulders. Pull your head back. This might be your stretch. Pull back, pull back. Take a breath, and then arch to the right as you track your legs towards one another. So safely pull internal rotation of those legs towards one another. Push into the big toes. Breath in. And then inhale, come up. Oh, we've moved to that upper body. Let's get deep into the lower. Come towards the mat, facing towards the front. Take a little step or two up there if you need to. And a big inhale up. Exhale, bring those hands down to the mat. Step that right foot back. Come into your first runner's lunge. Now we're here, just kind of check it out. Take a moment. Make it active. Pull that right hip forward. Push into your left foot. Push into the ball of that right foot. Right hand stays grounded. Engage your belly. Reach the left hand up. Squeeze into the midline. There's nothing passive about this stretch. Big breath in. And then lower that hand down. Lower that right knee down. Now for a brief moment, and I mean brief, shift yourself way forward. Let your knee track in front of your toe. Y'all know that practice with me like that never comes out of my mouth. Take a breath here. And then keep those toes tucked. Shift back, lift the left toes. Inhale, move forward. Reach the heart. Exhale, take it back. You might not have the full range here. You just go what works for you. Inhale, last time. Really reach, lift the chest. Exhale, take it back. Now come up to neutral. You might need to slide this left foot back. We want to come into that double 90. I'm going to slide mine back and arrive up into this. Now, just settle. Kind of notice how this feels. Not too much going on right now. This back foot, if you can balance, go on and untuck. And I want you to think about pushing your shin into the ground. Now we're going to get active. Squeeze your butt. Like, engage that thing again, like you mean it. That's what my dad used to always say. Do it like you mean it, girl. Pull the hips forward. Woo. Hello. Suddenly I've got that right hip flexor all sorts of warm. All the way down into my quad. We'll come back into the side body stretch. Reach the right hand up and reach it over. Now I automatically touch my belly. It's just like my reminder to keep my core engaged. You can look down, you could look up. push your right shin down, push your left foot down, pull the hip forward and to the left. So much to think about. Big inhale in. Really reach. And then exhale, come up. Bring that hand down to the ground. And you'll feel what we did, right? Let that work settle into the space. Take this left foot, angle the toes out a tiny bit. We're gonna keep this right leg right where it is. So if you're here, start to bring it out. And then you know the drill. Find your heel, hop the foot straight out. So hamstring super tight, you're gonna have that puppy come out at 90 degrees. Whatever you need to do, find it. Now, I've got mine coming out at 45, not because I have like the world's tightest hamstrings. I just like to mess it up, take like different ranges of motion in the same muscle group. So every day I try and stretch it a little bit differently. So today I'm coming out at an angle. You take it straight, you take it out. I don't really care, it's your practice. I want you to push through your heel. Say hello to your calf and your Achilles. Now, if you've got it at an angle or really out, you're gonna do, I call it the little attitude bump. Ooh, push your hip to the right, give it a little attitude, and then pull your butt back. Suddenly, again, you'll become more aware of the high hamstring glute connection. Hurts so good, couple of breaths. Again, foot's gotta be active. You might even feel it behind your knee where your calf and your hamstring are connected. Have a little party back there. If your foot's shaking, you're doing a great job. Another inhale in. Another exhale out. One more breath. And then slowly come out of that, bring that foot back to neutral. Just take a little moment here, a breath in. And as you exhale, step the right foot to meet the left. Feel the work that you did there. Just kind of take a little dance on your mat. Wiggle the hips around. Fingertips to shins, squeeze your butt, halfway lift. Exhale, come all the way up to stand. Interlace your hands behind your back. If you can, make a fist and temple mudra. Little index fingers towards one another. Draw the shoulders back, squeeze your glute. I mean, like squeeze your butt. Again, like you mean it. Shift your hips forward, look up, take a breath. This might be your back bend. Maybe you go a little further. Like I've got your fingers and I'm trying to pull them towards the ground. Big inhale in. Keep your glute engaged. Keep your core engaged. Big breath. And then exhale, really engage and come up and come out of that. Big breath, reach high. Exhale, fingertips down. Step your left foot back. Runner's lunge. So here, our passive runner's lunge. Just kind of play around with it. Let your hips figure it out. And then maybe you're like, this is good, Lindsay, I've done plenty. I'm saying passive, or you go with me, you take that active. When we go active, I'm gonna push into this right foot. I'm gonna pull my left hip forward, really like I could take my hands off the ground here. Left fingers engage, right hand reaches up. Lots of love in my right outer hip. Couple breaths in this big twist. One more inhale. And as you exhale, bring that hand down, lower the left knee. Again, range of motion here. Just kind of check it out. Pull the heart through, sink forward. And then as you exhale, shift back, lift your toes. Again, you may not have this full range of motion. You just do what works for you. Inhale, pull forward. Exhale, shift and lift. Third time's a charm. Inhale, reach. Exhale, shift it back. And then inhale, come back up. And decide, most everyone, just the slightest, tiniest change. Slide that right foot back. And then come up to that double 90. So I was teaching last week and my husband was taking my class, which like never happens. And he was like this, right? He's already stretching his hip flexor. So when we start out on this stretch, you really shouldn't feel too much. because we want to be able to get deep into the quad, and the way we need to do that is to be upright here. Now you're here, life's good. Time to get a little less fabulous, but a little bit deeper into this left side. Untuck the back foot if you can and you're still balanced. Push your shin down, squeeze your butt, pull the hips forward. Suddenly, the slightest little tuck, right? You've got that left butt cheek, all sorts of dimples working because it's so engaged. You feel it maybe even all the way down into your quad. Depends on how tight you are. Hand here, hand to the belly, hand anywhere, reach up. Left hand up, squeeze the glute, and then arch it to the right. Now, the more you arch, it's going to throw you off balance, so the more you got to get active. You got to push that right foot down, push that back shin down, squeeze the crap out of your butt. Pull your ears away from your chest. I'm so guilty of that. Breath. All right, so big active length through that left hip flexor and quad. And through that left side body, big breath. And then inhale, come up. As you exhale, bring those hands down. We're taking it into the hamstring, so wiggle the foot out a little bit. This side might not be as tight. Maybe bring it more forward. Maybe you're like me and you're like, today I'm just going to check it out in a little bit different manner. We'll slide that foot out there. So I'm here, this is kind of level one. I don't really feel too much in the hamstring right here. So in order for me to get into it a little deeper, I'm going to really push through my heel, find my calf muscle, and then I'm going to get the attitude, and I'm going to pull my butt back and to the left. Suddenly I got all sorts of love going down on the inside of this right leg. So play around with what your body needs, right? Your body is not Lindsay's body, right? You have not been doing the same weird stuff I've been doing, so I don't know what you've done. You just explore this space. Nothing more in this time when we're all working from home. Give yourself the freedom to explore your practice like never before. Now really push through the heel. You're here with me, you're gonna really try and guide that hip away. I got all sorts of stuff going on in a fabulous way. And then slowly lift out of that. Come forward, take a bend in your knee, and then step that left foot to meet your right foot and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, fingertips right back down, going right into it. Take the right foot, step it back again. Take that back foot parallel, elbow to knee. I want you in some side angle love here. Now take your left elbow and track away. Reach that right arm up and over your ear. Push into the blade of that back foot. Big inhale. Now, the reason I want you to really track this leg out, we're going to hit frog here in a little bit. Take a breath. Hand comes to the ceiling. Engage your butt. Slowly straighten. Ooh, there's my hip. Straighten this leg. Just come into Trikonasana. You need something underneath your left hand. Put it there. Otherwise, hand to the shin. Perfect spot. And it's up to you. You could stretch the arm over. You can keep your heart open. That might feel good. Or maybe you need movement, right? You take some circles. Maybe you don't know what you need, so you just explore it all. You choose option C. I'll take all the top things. And squeeze your glutes. Try and shift those hips forward. Lean your heart back like you're up against a wall. Now, big ask, extend the hand up, engage your butt, use your core, whoop, come up to stand. Shift those left toes in, and then shift your toes in more and your heels out. I hate yoga pants. Isn't that funny to hear from a yoga teacher? Now, slowly, little tiny stretch by the ankle. Bend your right knee, toes are in, heels are out. Some of you are gonna get a really huge stretch out of this. If you're a big runner in particular, you feel this. You don't run much. You know, don't feel so much. You can do lots of crazy things. You can just bend like me. I've been biking a ton. So for me, this is an oh shit moment. You're getting nothing. You can go into all sorts of crazy stuff. Stick your butt out, have some fun with it. Come up, we'll go right to the left side. Again, heels are out, toes are in, the opposite of where you want to be. This is a big stretch, these little tiny muscles right outside of that ankle. If you're a marathon runner, you're not liking this probably. A little love session here. Again, you get crazy with it. Stick your butt out, chest forward, take a twist. You do what makes you happy. I'm getting plenty right here. And then come up, heels in, toes out. Take a squat, little squat. Hands in, palms are on your legs, fingers down. Spread those knees out wide. Big, huge, happy face, because this feels good. Drop the right shoulder down towards the left and track that right knee away. Big inhale. Come up center. We trade, go left. Left shoulder down. Look to the right. And then inhale up. Squeeze your butt. Come all the way up to stand. Pivot those feet. Right toes forward. Left toes parallel. Bend your knee going right into this side angle. Elbow to knee. Track your knee out. And you do what you want with the top arm. If this feels good to have it over your ear, you can do that comfortably and keep your heart open to it. Otherwise, arm up. Arm could be behind, you could be in a bind, whatever you want, right? This is your practice. Squeeze your hips, pull them forward, and then reach. Couple breaths. When you're ready, one more big inhale. And then on the exhale, straighten that leg, come into your triangle. Again, think, shift hips forward, lean your heart back, pull your ears back, open up through the front of the body. Left arm does what makes you happy. Take a circle or two if you want them. And then find your stillness, couple breaths. And then slowly lower the hand down to the ground. You're going to walk it to the side. Drop down onto your knees. Peel the sides of your yoga mat in. If you're on a hardwood floor, if you're on carpet, you're probably really good. I've got like an exercise pad under my mat, so I don't need a thing. I'm going right on into that frog. So for frog, if you have bad knees, you're going to look like a frog on your back. Your feet will be up in the air. You'll be doing the same thing that we're doing on our bellies, but you'll be on your back and your legs are up. And you're going to take your palms and face them inside. So I'm going to show you, we're going to do mobility work here, and I'll warn you now, most of you won't love it, and that's okay. You can do it, you cannot do it. So drop into your flog. Your floggy frog, drop into that. Knee is lined up with butt, shift it not too far back, but just the tiniest back. Want to get your knees as wide as you can so you're feeling your inner thighs. And then lower yourself down. We're just going to take a couple moments in a regular frog. You can use all sorts of props. You can put a block under your chest. You can put a block under your belly. Otherwise, lower all the way down and breathe into this space. There's nothing easy about this expression. As I said to a yin teacher friend of mine, I took her workshop, Keisha, I know you're there. I held this for 10 minutes and I don't know why. It was way longer than I needed or should have, but I did. More just to see if I could. Let's just say I felt it for days. Breathe. Just notice where you're feeling it. We're going to hold it for about a minute here before we do the mobility work. If just that scares you, you'll be okay. Remember, you're not stuck. Take about 3 more big, deep, controlled, slow breaths. If you're starting to bug out, maybe to make those box breaths. 4 counts in, 4 count hold, 4 count exhale, 4 count hold. Notice where you're holding on. Are you trying to keep your knees together? All right, it's time for this mobility work. I want you to think about just your right foot. Give it a little tap on the ground, like just slapping your foot on the ground. You're like, oh, I think I feel that thing. Now, here's what I want you to think about doing. Oh, sugar. Rotate that right foot all the way up. We're gonna hold. Now, suddenly that left side's going, oh shit, right? You're feeling your left inner thigh, you're feeling the work you're doing there. Use that rotation of that right outer hip. Strengthen that glute. Get that abductor working. Come in with that foot a little bit higher. Hold. Rotate with each breath a little bit higher if you can. I'm shaking like a leaf, so just know, if you're looking at me, you're laughing. One more breath. Release that right side. Go right into it. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, left side's up. One side's going to have more mobility. Just notice you can turn your head if you have it to one direction. Suddenly, the right inner thigh is going, holy party. Try and get that left foot up. You're shaking. You're like twerking almost. Breathe. One more breath. Get that foot up there as high as you can. Oh, my lordy. Oh, let that foot come down to the ground. Bring your hands under your shoulders. You're going to lift yourself up. Oh, if you can, draw your knees together. You get tiny, like a little teeny tiny pod. Knees are together. Drop your head down. Flip your palms back. Don't get too cozy though. Just bring everything back together again. Breath in. Breath out. And then slowly lift yourself up. Come into that tabletop. You're going to take your right foot straight up behind, reach it up, take a breath, and then arch it way over to the left, stretch the hips to the right, drop the knee down and back up the truck. Coming into your Gomu Kasana. I swear it'll feel really good after that lovely hip mobility work with that frog. Now settle in here, and again, you could sit on something if it bothers your knee. You could have the top leg bent, bottom leg out straight. So many modifications. You do what your body needs. If you come here and you don't feel a thing, fold way forward. You still don't feel a thing? Lay down on your back and try and track your knees forward, pulling those heels all the way up to your hips. I'd show you, but it kind of makes me want to cry. I'm getting plenty right here. I'm going to take a little bit of a round the world movement. So you ask yourself, what do you need? Do you want some side body love? That feels good. Or with a long spine, you want to reach those arms out. Kind of walk around the world here, like let it visit. I don't ever do the shoulder bind of Gomukhasana because it just bothers one of my shoulders. If you know that and you want it, you reach your hands one up and over, the other one behind your back, and find that bind, rock on. That's the fullest expression. But again, it makes me grumpy, so I won't do it. If you feel a spot where you get a little extra love, hold it. Typically with the left leg on top, you've got the body shifted towards the left, really reaching through that right arm. You're going to maximize that release in the QL in the back. Might even get it all the way into like the top of your butt. Feels super good if you do. And then slowly peel yourself up, unravel your pretzel, bring those legs out in front, give yourself that big windshield wiper reward. Woo. I feel that frog right now. I did that frog twice with those mobilities yesterday, so you all want to really feel it, do it a couple more times, and then you'll really start to feel your hips strengthen. It makes such a difference. Come back around, come into your tabletop. Take that left leg, stretch it up, find that hamstring, big inhale up, stretch it out, flex the foot, over to the right, look over there, shift your hips to the left, big breath in, and then drop the knee down and back up that truck. Spread those feet out wide, coming into that bind here, that cow face. Gomukhasana here. So different side, check it out. Which side makes you happier? And again, fix your face, right? This should be a big stretch, lots of length going on, but it should feel good. Like we should not feel anything horrifying here. If it's awful, do something to make it better, right? Just like life, just like what we're saying, right? You're not stuck. It's up to us to make it feel good. It's up to us to make life great. So do what you need to do. And then decide, do you want to fold forward? Do you want to lay backwards? Do you want to travel around the world? I think that sounds fabulous. I'm going to travel around the world. I'm going to reach. I'm going to come up and reach the other way. And then take some movement or find your stillness. You do what you need. If you feel that spot where it really works for you, hold it and take that stillness. Again, if you're like me, you've got that right leg on top. It's all about coming to the right side and really reaching away. As we slow down, your stomach might start to make lots of noise, right? You feel yourself starting to digest a little bit. Super normal, very healthy. And slowly lift yourself up when you're feeling balanced. You can stay there as long as you want. Again, it's a home practice. That side might need more work. Otherwise, untangle the legs, bring them out in front, make your way onto your back, and take your windshield wipers right here. And then drop into that bound angle, feet together, Supta Baddha Konasana, knees wide, fingers overhead. Take a big inhale, it's a little bit of a back bend. And then exhale, soften into this new space. Take a breath in, use those inner thigh muscles you just worked, and let that left knee come up and land on top of the right. Now you can keep your arms up overhead, we're going to move them out side to a T. Take a breath in. And a breath out. And then inhale, bring that left butterfly wing back up. Come back into that Supta Baddha Konasana. Take a breath in, reach the arms up, little back bend. And then as you exhale, right butterfly wing closes on top of the left, arms are out to a T. Soften into this new shape. And then inhale, bring those legs back up. Give yourself a huge hug, lift up, pull your sacrum off the ground, wrap your arms around the shins, get teeny tiny. And then as you exhale, stretch out. Allow yourself to take up all sorts of space. Do what feels good. Arms overhead, maybe like a big, huge X. So maybe the arms are down by your side, your palms are up, eyes closed. And know that one of the many, many benefits of practicing at home is that you could stay here for ages. So allow yourself the freedom to not come out as I guide you out in a few moments. Relax the tongue from the roof of your mouth. See if you could let your eyes grow a little bit heavier in your head. Check in with your senses. Notice what you're smelling. What can you hear that's outside of the immediate space? Notice where you're in contact with the earth, recognizing that it is always there and that you've got this. What's the taste in your mouth? And then lastly, drawing up that vision of one thing that you are grateful for, right? One thing that makes you happy. No apologies, no excuses. It might change from day to day. Now you choose to stay right where you are or begin to reconnect the tiniest bit, wiggling fingers and toes, a gentle nod of the head. And then if you so choose, I welcome you to roll over onto your favorite side. Knowing that the right side is our energetic side, our solar side. Our left side is our relaxed side, our lunar side. Maybe setting an intention for your day here. Again, recognizing with our quote that you alone are responsible for the quality of your day. And this is the day your life really begins. Because each day is a new beginning. I welcome you, if you have come to the side, to bring your palms down, keeping the eyes closed, and lift yourself up into a comfortable seat, facing my voice, right, or what you perceive it to be, knowing that even though we are apart, we are 100% still together as a community. I welcome you to bring those hands to prayer, connecting your thumb into your chest, and take a big deep inhale in. As you feel that heart open, on the exhale, everything softens. Bringing those thumb knuckles to your forehead, together we honor that clarity of thought that reminds us we are in this together, but it is up to us individually to make our days what we want them and need them to be. Moving thumb knuckles to lips, we honor that clarity of speech and our efforts to stay positive and compassionate with our words. Lastly, thumb knuckles to our heart space, where we honor that clarity of action, that ability to look deep within ourselves and ask what will make us happy today, right? So that we can continue in our efforts to stay positive, to find the most strength in ourselves so that we can be the strongest that we need to be for those that rely on us. Beautiful yogis, I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. I hope you feel donations are to my Venmo.